Respawn could be looking at chopping aim assist next after the removal of chap strafing. Apex Legends players have been calling for a buff on what is the weakest weapon, and finally September's Prime Gaming rewards have now been revealed. My name is Johnny and welcome to the weekly rundown. What is up, Dub Club members? It's your boy Johnny. If this is the first time you've ever watched me before and you want to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest Apex news, then be sure to subscribe, ding dong that notification bell, that way you will never miss out on another video like this. So let's get into the nitty and gritty. Apex Legends developers could be looking at making some changes to aim assist for controller players. The decision stems from the removal of tap strafing earlier this week. PC players were concerned over the move, stating that it was the only feature combating aim assist on controllers. Some suggested removing the ability to have it as a keybind instead to compromise it. However, it seems as though Respawn have spoken about the situation. Larson has now described tap strafing as what many associates would say as scroll wheel strafing. Therefore, the removal is more targeted a rapid directional change rather than the actual physical maneuver. So the team have also retained the ability to revert their decision on a dime if necessary. That basically means that the team have actually been considering maybe if this does not work and if it doesn't actually go into fruition, they may actually revert it back. Therefore, tap strafing may potentially come back. Larson then stated in the post, "Tap strafing is something I've thought about nearly every day since seeing it for the first time. The player in me loves the idea for the skill expression," he wrote, "but my designer brain started to churn, and the more I saw it, the more I felt this mechanic seemed like forbidden fruit." So in truth though, the data only shows a minute difference between the two configurations. Neither of them have a sharp advantage over the other when comparing alike skill levels and ranks. Weapons also perform the same whether in the hands of a mouse and keyboard player or a controller player. Larson did state as well that the team will continue to evaluate whether or not aim assist is actually quote unquote too good. The developer himself had a meeting later this week to evaluate the situation in full, which at the moment we don't know the results of that meeting just yet. He noted that the player feedback will be crucial during this time and that all actions will be taken into consideration. Larson then stated, "If I see players converting out of what they think is the necessity, I would 100% be concerned." As far as aim assist goes, it is unlikely that the tweaks will have to stop from here. According to Rain Vinsum, the developer behind the feature, aim assist is quote unquote for accessibility. He then stated using it as a difficulty lever is bad, and yes, it is easy for us to accidentally make it quote unquote too good, and where that line is can be up for debate. Moving on to the second topic, Apex Legends players have been calling for a buff from the P2020 pistol, arguing that the weapon needs a hop up after the removal of hammer point rounds. Players have voiced their concerns over the dwindling power of some of the older guns, one of these actually being the P2020 pistol, a weapon that is only ever used by players when they initially drop into the map and cannot find any other alternative weapons. Now, while the majority of the guns in Apex Legends are viable in the meta, a lot of the weapons in the pistol category are only used by players if absolutely necessary. The P2020 pistol certainly falls underneath this bracket and is rarely picked upon unless it is straight after a player has been dropped into a match. Before long, it is usually replaced with a more powerful shotgun, SMG, or AR. Now, to bring the P2020 back into the fold, a thread on the Apex Legends subreddit has called for the weapon to be buffed. While some of the commenters have suggested a new hop-up for the gun that gives it a triple shot burst, others have even argued that Respawn should implement an akimbo mechanic, which I think is actually really, really cool. While it's obvious players are not asking for the pistol to be brought into the top tier of the meta and be along the lines of an R301 or an R99, they do in fact want the option to run the gun without having it feel incredibly underpowered. Ultimately, we will have to wait and see what Respawn do and see if they consider making a buff to the old school P2020. And finally, Apex Legends September Prime Gaming rewards have finally been revealed. So at the beginning of 2021, Twitch and Respawn announced a plan for the 12 Prime rewards, one for each month of the year. Players have been receiving Prime rewards for Apex Legends since 2019, but this is the first year when all 12 months will have a skin. While the announcement still states that it has been available from September the 3rd, the skin, to my last observation, is still unavailable. So do just keep checking back onto the website on this day and just go double check and see whether or not the skin is there. Now, in case you guys want to know what the skin is, apparently it is the brand ambassador skin for Mirage. So if you are a Mirage main, definitely recommend you get it. And if you want to know how how to claim those skins, I have a video just for you, which I will leave a link to in the description down below. Follow those steps and you should be good to go. And with that being said, people, that's going to wrap up the weekly rundown. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. This is my first ever one, so obviously if you guys want to see this more, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and also be sure to smack that like button as well. And guys, if you are brand new around here as well and you enjoy Apex Legends content and news such as this, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on post notifications. And guys, my name's been Johnny, and if no one's already told you, have an amazing day. Take care and peace.